Alright, so today we're going to work back escapes. We're going to knock these out pretty quick. We're going to go over 3 quick escapes because lesson of the day is simple but not easy. Escaping the back is very simple when you look at it from a concept. It's not easy in practice, right? A couple things we're going to start with. Tuck my chin into the underhook side. So you're going to hear under and overhand here. First thing I'm going to do is start tucking that chin in because he's going to be digging his top hand in and around that direction. So we want to be kind of ahead of that. Next thing we want to do, get 2-on-1 on the top hand. Do not make the mistake of fighting the hand that's here because that'll get you choked. So when we get here, I'm going to boom, instantly attach here and here. Now when we fall, think of the arm that is over your head as a pillow of death. If you're ever laying on that side, you're wrong. So when we're here, boom, I get my hands in position and I look to fall to this side. Now, once we're here, next major step is getting our bottom leg over his hook. You may have to push down, you may have to swim your leg out, but the goal is to get this leg over his hip. As soon as we're here, I'm going to keep good control of this hand, post my foot, skate my hips. Goal is to shrimp and start framing your hands in front of you, getting as many things in the way of him as you can. Bottom hand, I like to drop to the hip. Top hand, I like to start framing for the shoulders and here. Jeremy's naturally going to start coming up here. Boom. Your goal is to land somewhere between half guard and not back. The not back part being the key here. As long as you don't give up mount, you're advancing your position somewhat. So we get here, boom, I'm instantly tucking. I like to do the little like shoulder shrug here. Just give myself a little extra and I'm fighting those hands immediately. If I need to, boom, I get to this side and I'm instantly trying to turn my hips and my back flat here. I'm going to start, I like to step on the foot with my inside leg to start shrimping away because it helps him from trying to take mount easier. It just makes that a little bit harder. And then this hand's going to naturally block that knee trying to drive across as he comes up. So I'm here. Boom. You're trying to frame and just get some things in between you and him. Not always going to land in half or butterfly or anything like that. The goal is to escape the back without giving up a limb or your neck. Does that make sense? Questions on this?
I know. How low you want you grab with the head like this? Or?
I'm trying to tuck that bad boy in as tight as I can because when I get here, so like Jeremy's here, I'm trying to get this elbow in. It just gives me another frame to fight his legs with. So when I'm here, I'm just using that elbow. If I can, to the inside of the leg. If not, I'm just trying to give myself as much space here as I can. That way, when I get to this hip, I've already got something kind of framing in here. I've already got some hooking. I've already got some hip block. You know, you're creating frames and blockages here. Like I said, don't forget to use your feet. The more you can use your feet as hands in jiu-jitsu, the better your life's gonna get. So when I get here, I like to step here and step here. Both of those steps give me, 1, better contact points, but 2, more control. Here, I start framing here. Boom. Naturally, you're gonna land somewhere in between half guard, half butterfly, open guard, somewhere in there. Goal, like I said, is to get him off your back without abandoning your arms or neck. Questions on this one?
Yeah, when you're escaping and they put the leg that's the side that's up under your leg and just keep lifting it and just move it everywhere, how do you get out of that?
So boom, I get here.
He puts his right leg
here
under your ankle on that side and just keeps moving it around. How do you get out of that?
Biggest thing here is starting to retract and turn your hip open.
Okay.
Because your big thing is here is he may keep this leg hooked, but you want to start fighting with your other leg to get your hips flat.
Okay.
Because the second he loses this hip, this becomes super ineffective.
Okay.
So your goal needs to be get your hips and back to the mat as soon as possible. Because the second my hips and back get to the mat, keep that leg hooked all you want. It's not helping you any.
Okay.
They should naturally abandon that position. The second your hips get parallel with the mat, he should abandon that hook anyway. Other questions? Driller out. 1, 2, 3. So when he gets here, boom, Sometimes it's gonna be really hard to get to one side or the other. Some people like to stay in this seated position when they're doing their backpack, right? I like to keep people seated here because I have a couple good options from here. So a couple things we're gonna work on is hand fighting from here. So when I get here, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm always gonna start to defend this neck, but then I'm gonna sneak my inside hand in here. Because I wanna start breaking this grip here and fighting elbows in. My goal is to hand fight to where you're in the home alone defense. Both hands in, hands near the neck and cheek, right? Getting to where my hands are inside his hands, but he's not choking, right? So when I'm here, we're gonna be here, boom, I'm gonna start to push this hand in, boom, here, here, and I'm just trying to break that grip and get my hands to the inside however I can. The second my hands get to the inside, I'm gonna go here, dig my heels in the mat, and I'm gonna look to scoop my hips out. Reason you get your hands in is because it doesn't abandon the arm bar while you're doing it. Boom, I get one scoot, however many scoots it takes until one of your shoulders drops out. So when I scoot again, naturally this shoulder is gonna wanna drop out. As soon as that happens, I'm just gonna look to grab the leg above the knee, turn over, boom, and start looking to come up and into half guard. The goal is to just drag yourself out, spin to take top, or at least face it. So I'm here, boom, Jeremy's hand fighting with me, boom, I get here, boom, both hands are in, bum. Especially no-gi, especially sweaty, you can really drag yourself out here quick. Boom, I drag, get here, grab both legs, turn and face.
If they're wrapped up really tight, how do you maneuver?
Hand fight. It's just,
Not a
yeah, there's not like a magic trick to it. It's just literally just trying to find that little bit of opening. Coming in at the elbows, framing here, you know, just looking to find wherever you can. Big thing is you cannot leave if they have a good hook on either side. Because if I get like this here, I'm here, I'm going to start scooting and right into an armbar. So you have to be diligent about that. When you start this, the second both hands get inside, you have to go. I'm here, I'm going to start the hand fight. I like to kind of frame here, boom. Start shooting and going. The goal of this is to be fast and smooth. Once you get, you know, it's kind of a diligent hand fight. You know, I'm here, I'm hand fighting down. Oh man, that's really... Okay, both are in. Now I have a sense of urgency. Now I have to go. That's the immediate. As soon as both of those hands get inside and I get to that kind of true home alone, boom, my hips drag out and I go. That's why this works, because they don't have a good hook on anything. Therefore, it's going to be hard for them to hold on to you, especially no-gi. I love this one no-gi, especially like right now. We did a couple live rounds. We're a little sweaty. You see how easy I'm slipping, sliding out? That's not a technique, but can be used to your advantage at times. Boom, I'm here. Like I said, I always like to just frame this hand in, and I use that little bit of a frame on the lock here to try to drop that elbow. That's the best technical advice I can give you on hand fighting other than just hand fighting. Slide out, pop. As soon as that shoulder pops out under the knee, I'm posting that foot and coming up. Questions?
Does that work if you have the body triangle?
A lot harder. So like Jeremy's here, he tries to body triangle me here. Yeah, most people aren't going to sit up, which is going to negate a lot of this. But if he does try to body triangle you through this, you can go to it. You're just going to be looking to go to this side. Yeah, towards the seatbelt side, because you're going to look to drag and come out that way. This is going to be a little riskier, but still can be an option. All right. 1, 2, 3. So I'm here with Mr. Hensley. And let's assume we're hand fighting here, and for whatever reason, we just can't get both hands in. So instead, we're going to fight this 2-on-1. I'm going to look to grip this just like a baseball bat. I'm going to look to get one hand under, one hand over here on this top hand. As soon as we get it here, I'm going to look to duck under and get his elbow from this side of my head to the far side. Bop. As soon as this hand goes to this side, I have to start scooting my hips out and pulling this arm forward. The goal here is to climb him like a rope. Here, as we're getting here, I'm looking to step over and come up on top. The goal here is to get that elbow to the far side and start turning towards it as soon as possible. So I'm here, boom, I get to here. Connect my hands, 2-on-1. Elbow far side, and then I'm looking to pull my hips out, and I'm looking to clear this top leg with my elbow if possible. That's going to allow me to then face my problems in both jiu-jitsu and life. You always want to face those. Boom, pull the hand down, boom, start turning in, controlling hips as much as you can.
Are you feeling like away?
Yeah, I'm scooting those hips out just that little bit to disengage his control. So boom.
Make like his arm longer.
No, I'm here, boom, and I'm just trying to keep a tight tension on it. I'm not trying to like reach him across me. I'm just trying to keep tension because he's naturally going to start to fight this, right? The only time you should not do this is when spine locks are allowed, because you will get execution. And if you do, I will feel bad, but I will laugh.
You'll be viral.
It'll go viral. I'll laugh about it. It'll be fine. Do you not know what the executioner is?
I do. Now I'm scared.
So boom, most places you can't do that, so it's not like pro MMA and like some absolute divisions. Boom, elbow here, clear that leg out. As soon as that leg clears out, post foot, start coming up. Good. Goal is to get that hand control, break his hip control, look to escape.
How dangerous will be for me if he go for the armbar?
That's why you go 2-to-1.
Oh, okay.
It kind of helps. Now, there's still an armbar threat here, guys. Realize that no time during escaping the back are you safe until you fully escape. So like I go here, he's going to start disciplining that arm. That's why getting this off here and turning in quickly is the emphasis. Because I'm here, it's going to be hard. Now, if he scoops my arm here, yeah, it's starting to. That's why you have to be disciplined about coming up quickly. Because if not, there's absolutely an armbar threat here, guys. No doubt about it. Jeremy grips the other side here. Boom, like if I get here and I get lazy here, like you should get armbar. But if you do this properly, you get this arm to the far side, boom. As soon as that hip breaks, you have to start turning in and climbing that rope to start coming up.
Okay, so
yeah, that's why you're keeping that tension so that you can start climbing that rope and coming up. Does that make sense? All right. 1, 2, 3.